So the game I'm playing today is called Manifold Garden. I have discovered another incredibly unusual puzzle game that I would like to show off to you guys today. I worded that as if I only found out about this game very recently, but I've actually known about it for a little while. So this is yet another game that is like basically impossible to describe without showing actual gameplay, but I'm gonna try my best without giving too much detail away. So this is a puzzle game that is basically meant to be a love letter to the impossible geometric drawings of MC Escher. It's a game that involves a world with multiple gravities. You're able to switch between different gravity fields at pretty much any time. You have to use this to your advantage in order to solve puzzles. There's a bunch of cubes that have their own gravity fields as well, and by that I mean they can only be affected by certain gravity fields. There's also gigantic trees you come across that have all of these cubes growing on them, and the trees are basically made out of cubes themselves. It's just a very bizarre game. And it's an indie game that seems to have caught the attention of a lot of people in the gaming press over the past, like, almost decade now? This game has been in development for at least 7 years. It entered development around the tail end of 2012, and when the game initially entered development, its working title was Relativity. And it seems like the game kept its working title until at least 2016, when it was finally renamed to Manifold Garden. And around 2.5 years into the game's development, Indie Fund decided to step up and provide financial support for the game's developers. Or should I say developer, because Manifold Garden was developed primarily by just one person. Although regarding that, it is important to mention that there were actually multiple people who had contributed to Manifold Garden's development, at least 7 people, including William Chair, who is the lead developer of this game. And it really did seem like there was a bunch of people who went absolutely nuts over this game when it was still in development. I saw several different outlets talking about it, giving the game nothing but praise despite the fact that it was still so early in development. I'm not gonna name all of the outlets here because it would just take way too long and I don't think you guys care anyway. And I personally have been anticipating this game for quite a while as well. It kinda seemed at one point though that just because development of the game was taking so long, it started seeming a lot more likely that the game might never be released. Because yeah, there were a bunch of gorgeous screenshots to go along with this game and all sorts of crazy things that people were saying about like various preview builds that had been demonstrated at various indie festivals over the years. But Manifold Garden did not have an official release date for an extremely long time throughout most of its development, until sometime in the middle of last month when a release date was finally announced. And the funny thing about the release date announcement is that that particular announcement was made literally the day before the game released. So it was definitely a surprise announcement, and I was certainly surprised by it myself. But the game is finally here for all of us to enjoy, and we are gonna freaking play it. Just a tiny disclaimer though, I have already played this game a little bit off screen. This is gonna be another one of my informative style commentary videos. I also need to mention as well that this game is not currently available on Steam. I did finally cave in, guys. I finally created an Epic Games Store account, but I only did it for the sole purpose of purchasing this game because I really wanted to play it and I didn't want to wait an entire year for the exclusivity deal to run out, just so I could purchase it on Steam. I didn't want to do that. So instead of waiting until October of 2020 to play this game, we're gonna play it now. So with that being said, let's get everything underway here. Yeah, that is my other save over there. I am gonna go to an empty save for now because I do want to restart this from the very beginning. So the controls are pretty simple. You can use the WASD keys to move around. You can also use your mouse to look around. The arrow keys don't work, for better or worse. You can also press the shift key in order to sprint, and you have unlimited sprint in this game, so you can just run around for as long as you want to. So, there's a little glass window right here. We step on it and we look down, and as you can see, yeah, there's basically a bottomless void down there. But you'll notice that the structures are actually repeating here. And this is one of the various Escher inspirations that this game takes. So this structure right here is repeating infinitely, so there is absolutely no end to this bottomless void whatsoever, and it loops on itself as well, which means you fall all the way down there, you're gonna wind up at the top of the map, basically. Well, you'll wind up at the top of the map after a little while. There is no way to die in this game as far as I'm aware. If you fall off a bottomless pit, then you just fall infinitely, but you can still move around when you're in the air. And you'll also notice that if you look over there, yeah, we have literally the same structures. They're all repeating on themselves infinitely. Also really like the cell shading here too. It does kind of remind me of Antichamber in a way. Like just the overall, the overall art style here really gives me some Antichamber vibes. Because Antichamber also had themes of, like, impossible geometry as well. Not only that, but Manifold Garden had already entered development by the time Antichamber came out, but anyway. So, we can press the spacebar in order to change the gravity field at any time. We need to be staring at a wall in order to do this, though. So you notice that the little reticle in the center of the screen is going to change color, so we press spacebar. And now we are standing on the side of the wall. Indeed, so this actually kind of looks a little bit more normal, in a way. I don't know, this little staircase up here kind of leading to the window. The only thing about this game is that you can't jump. There is no way to jump in Manifold Garden, so you have to rely mostly on switching the gravity around. And you'll also notice that this does cause the floor to change color too. I don't quite understand what the significance of that is, or at least I haven't been able to figure it out. So we press the E key in order to press switches. So we're gonna flip this red switch right here. We're gonna open up that door. So then we can pass on through, and we have another window to look out at the gorgeous Escher landscape over here. My god, man. It really does look beautiful, but we'll be able to see some more, some way more complicated structures later on. For now, we're just gonna have to continue onwards. Actually, wait, where exactly are we going? Oh yeah, we need to go up this way. So we have to switch to gravity again. Now we're standing on the window. Press down this purple switch to open up this door. And then we get another look at the freaking structure that I think we might be in right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so if we were to fall through this window, then we would basically wind up on the roof of this structure, I would think. So we're gonna switch gravity again right here. We're gonna flip this switch. This is kind of like a tutorial puzzle right here, because now we're gonna be introduced to these gravity blocks right here, these gravity cubes. So you'll notice that the gravity cube suddenly changes color when I'm on the same, I guess, gravity field as the cube, but then when I go back up to the wall right here, as you can see, it just turns white, and I also can't move it either. I cannot interact with this cube at all, and it's just frozen in place, but when I go onto this plane right here, suddenly the cube has color, and I can interact with it. So I can press the E key in order to pick it up, E key to place it down. Also, I really do like the sound effects in this game, because whenever you drop something, it creates like a little whooshing noise to signify that it's dropping, and then when it finally hits the ground, it resonates throughout, like, the entire world. There's a lot of freaking reverb on the sound effects in this game. So what we want to do is that we want to place this cube down onto this switch in order to open up that door, and then yeah, we could switch gravities again in order to pick up this yellow cube. So, again, you have to be on the same gravity field as the cube itself. As you can see, it will turn white if you're not, and you have no interactivity with it. So we have to be standing like this, then we can grab the cube, and we can bring it over to this switch right here to open up this door, and then we can continue onwards. The puzzles start off pretty simple at first, but they get a lot more intricate later on. And I'm not planning on showing off the entirety of this game in this video. I do believe there's a total of 7 different areas in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Your save file will tell you how many areas you've discovered so far. And I think each individual area in this game is separated into different dimensions. I believe the one we're currently in right now is the blue dimension, and then we go to the red dimension and green dimension, and then I think there's a purple and yellow dimension, an orange dimension, and then finally a rainbow dimension. I'm probably only gonna have time to show off the blue and red dimensions today, though. I don't think we're gonna have time to show off any of the other levels in this game. And I've only played this game up to the green dimension, so yeah. Don't think we're gonna have time to do all of that, but we have this blue cube. We can open up, well, we can activate one of the switches in order to open up that door, but as you can see, that door actually requires 2 switches, but we have that one lit up at the very least. But then we have to go onto the ceiling right here in order to grab this red cube. Then we just need to try and bring it up along with us. We can basically do it by, yeah, constantly switching the gravity fields. Actually, where am I supposed to take this again? I think I'm supposed to take it up there? like, up here, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah. So we just have to basically take it up the steps. So just place it right here. Yeah, it doesn't need to be directly on the switch in order for it to activate. If the majority of the cube is on the switch, it'll still activate the switch either way. So we can fall down through here. Actually, wait, I think we just went back the other way. Hang on a second. No. What am I doing? I'm getting confused. We have to fall into this doorway. There we are. Now we're standing on the side of the building right here. Yeah, it's a very neat little game. You have to, like, really manipulate gravity at all times. Or a lot of the puzzles, like, involve manipulating gravity. And you can basically bend gravity to your will in this game. It's really cool. Again, kind of giving me those, like, anti-chamber, almost kind of like Portal vibes as well, just given the game's art style, and how sterilized a lot of the structures seem to be, or a lot of the different, like, rooms that all these puzzles are located in. I guess in a way this also kind of reminds me of another tiny puzzle game I covered on the channel a little while back called Hocus, because Hocus was also another, like, MC Escher inspired puzzle game that had to do with rolling a cube around impossible geometric structures. And also just the fact that I'm moving colored cubes around right here, it gives me some very serious cube vibes as well. Like, if you guys remember that one game I covered earlier this year called Cube, Manifold Garden really does feel like a culmination of just all of those puzzle games, all those different puzzle games that I've covered on my channel in the past, like, 8 years. But I love puzzle games like this, man, because it really just, it screws with your mind in so many unique ways, or so many, like, creative and awe-inspiring ways. I mean, just look at this, man. It's so beautiful. Not sure if I would want to live in a world like this necessarily, but anyway, I have to put this green cube right over here because I think we want to put this blue cube on top of it in order to activate that switch. Yeah, there we go. And we just keep it there. There is a way that we'll be able to reset some of these cubes if we feel like we might have screwed up, and actually we're coming across a way that we can reset them right now. So we come across this gigantic blue tree right here, this very gigantic blocky tree. There's actually these little gravity cubes that are growing on top of it. So you'll notice that there's another one that grows in its place, but it's discolored. So if we were to pick this one up, as you can see, it deletes the cube that we had already picked off of it. So this is one way that we can reset the cube's position, just in case we think we might have, you know, screwed up a certain puzzle or screwed up the position of the cube or whatever. I can't help but feel like I'm describing this in a way more complicated way than it actually is, but we want to put this cube right down here into this other, like, light switch right here in order to open up that door. And then I think we want to bring this other cube with us, because you'll see over here that there is another tower that we can make our way towards, and we need to put a cube inside of that switch to open up that door. But how exactly do we get over there? Because there is no bridge leading over to this other tower. So what exactly are we supposed to do? Well, we just have to fall. Indeed, I can finally show you guys what exactly happens when you fall off structures in this game. So, you will fall indefinitely, and there is no fall damage in this game either, so as you can see, you're fine. You haven't broken your bones. It's basically like Portal, where there is no fall damage whatsoever. And you can just fall infinitely, so all of the levels will just loop on themselves infinitely, so you can basically go for a little bout of skydiving here. Yeah, and you can pretty much do this for as long as you want, at least until you get bored and decide that you want to actually try and beat the game. And I'm not going to try and waste my time with this whatsoever, so because we can still move around in the air, we're just going to land on the other side of the tower right here, and then we're gonna place the cube in here, and then we're gonna just be on our merry way. So we're gonna just continue marching on down through here. Oh yes, we come across, yeah, basically an apartment complex. It might as well be. Yeah, so we're basically inside of this giant tower now, and as you can see, it's infinitely tall. So one way we could go about this is to actually just go around the sides of the building right here, because that will actually take us to that, to the other side over there, to that little, like diving board. But if we want to actually be like cool and fun, you know, we can just drop off again. And as you can see, yeah, this loops infinitely, because you have like multiple copies of the exact same door, and it just seemingly never ends. But we are going to try and land on at least one of these, because I don't want to waste too much time here. So we just land right here, and then we can go and activate this switch. Again, like I said, alternatively, you could have also, like, ran around the entire tower right here in order to make it over this way, but it wastes time. It takes too long. Besides, falling down and looping around is just a lot cooler. It looks a lot cooler, man. So then we come across this bizarre structure right here. So you have this inverted cube. Now this is going to become important for something later because we're going to need this cube in order to unlock the next dimension, or in other words, the next level of the game. But there's 3 different structures that we need to light up first before we can do such a thing, or before this inverted cube becomes available to us. So what we're going to want to do for now is that we can go and walk up these stairs or run up them. Oh god, okay, this is actually creating some sort of optical illusion where it looks like I'm running down the steps, but then when I look back at the blue tower, I'm clearly walking up them. Oh god, okay, yeah, that's really like messing with my brain here, but if we run all the way down over here, and again, you'll also notice that, yeah, the structures are also looping on themselves over here, like way off in the distance. You have multiple copies of the same structure. In fact, you can even see the blue tower off in the distance again. Yeah, it's literally the same tower with that inverted cube, and you can even see its visual effects as well. Yeah, then when you're looking at it like this, it's all sideways, and oh god, this is freaking insane. Yeah, we do need to change the gravity right there so we can actually land on this. So we can start with this yellow tower here first, so we need to light this up. There's also a green and red tower that we need to light up as well, but we'll start with the yellow one first. I'm not actually sure if it's possible to go to the green or red towers right now. It might not be. I don't know for sure, but we have to click this button right here, this green button. We just have to open up a variety of doors first before we can get to the actual puzzle of the yellow tower. So now we have this giant purple tree right here with these purple blocks. So, what exactly do we gotta do here? Well, I don't remember what we have to do, actually. But just hang on a second, I am gonna try and figure it out here. There is a possibility I might have forgotten the solutions to some of these puzzles, even though I have played them before. But there is also this other, color tree right here, which is a yellow one, so we get a yellow block. So, I mean, we can use this purple block right here as a stepping stone in order to try and, like, get it across to the other side. I don't know if that's what we're actually supposed to do. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Yeah, this is blue right here. So that means this is only gonna... Yeah, we're only gonna be able to move around blue blocks like this, but we have no blue blocks here, so that's a problem. Yeah, so what we actually could do right here is that the yellow switch is right here. So, we switch to gravity, and then we can pick up the yellow block again, and we just place it on the switch. And there we go. It activates that door all the way up there. Then we can switch gravity, and we can just simply fall through the door. And that's about it. Like I said, the puzzles are simple at first, but they become a lot more intricate in the next dimension. I promise, okay? This is child's play at the moment, but it's not going to remain that way for too much longer. So we're going to put that cube into that switch. We're gonna bring this other cube with us as well, because there's, yeah, we have another, like, little thing that we gotta activate right here. This is the one that actually activates this yellow tower. There you go. So, it fires a laser at the blue one, connecting them together. God, I'm still noticing that, that tower doing all sorts of weird things over in the distance. So yeah, we're basically done with that one. So then we can move on to the next tower over here, which I'm assuming we're going to the next one. I hope we're not looping around and going back to one we've already seen. Okay, no. So this is the red tower. So, if I remember correctly, I think I actually completed the green tower before I completed the red one, but you don't really have to do this in any particular order. You can kind of go just anywhere you want. So, let's try beating the red one first then. Why the heck not? I think the red tower does have a much more complicated puzzle. Actually, no. I think the red tower is the one that I beat before, if I remember correctly. Is this the one that I beat before the green tower? Hang on a second. I don't fully remember. I gotta try and remember this for just a minute. Yeah, so this little white block right here, you can't affect this white block at all. Doesn't matter what gravity plane you're currently on, yeah, you can't move that block. There's no arrows on it, so that's not gonna work, but you can indeed use it as a platform in order to activate this blue switch right here. Indeed, you just need to, like, properly align yourself and then switch to gravity plane. So there you go, now you're standing on it, as opposed to just standing beside it. Very nice indeed. So then, we go through here, and, okay, I am really struggling to remember. Okay, no, I don't think this was the one that I beat before. No, because I went to the green tower first, so this is not the puzzle that I beat here. So I'm doing this out of order than what I had done previously. So I don't fully remember what I'm supposed to do here. I think this involves something to do with this yellow block and putting it on this little beam right here, because we have to try and find a way to get to that switch, but it's way far up there. But if I'm not mistaken, I think... Okay, that's not gonna work actually, because we need to be on the same plane as it. Yeah, I think this boosts us up just enough so that we can activate that switch. Yeah, putting the yellow block right here. It gives us enough height that we can reach it, and apparently we have really far reach in this game, so I don't know about that. That seems just a little bit iffy to me, but we go through here, and we have... Yeah, we have more color trees. Okay, yeah, this is the one that I completed last, if I'm not mistaken. This puzzle right over here. So there is something that you have to try and do with that green block over there, and also these two red blocks. So I'm gonna try and remember what exactly I did. It does involve something with this green block. Actually, I think this is more or less what I did, but you have to find like a very specific... There's a very specific way to do this. Hang on a second. I think I have to put this other red block maybe a little bit off-center just so I have room to move. And then I think... I can... Okay, actually, that's still a little too far away, so I can't grab you from down there. Maybe move it back just a little bit, and then perhaps I could grab it? Okay, no, I'm actually still too far away. Okay, push it a little bit further then. Maybe we have to, like, push these out a little bit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And then we pretty much place it, like, right here. Oh my god, are you serious, dude? Okay, well, I have the right idea, but that doesn't seem to be... That's not enough height. Okay, well, in that case, just move it up a little bit further, perhaps. I think this is more or less what you are supposed to do. But I think I'm just not, Okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go. This should work. Okay, yes, that does indeed work. So you have to use these two red blocks as a stepping stone. I don't think you can do anything else with that other red cube, though. Yeah, this other red cube right here is basically useless. But, I mean, we can take it along with us. I have a feeling that we're not actually supposed to bring this particular red cube with us through this door, though. I feel like I might have cheesed this to some extent, but... I don't know. It works, so... Yeah, because see, we have two of these that we can still use here. So... I don't know. That might have been a cheese tactic that I just showed you guys, but that's how I beat this level before. How I beat this red tower during the blue dimension, so... I don't know. It still works, so... Maybe it's a viable strategy. I don't know. I don't really care too much, honestly. So now that that tower is lit up, we can finally go on to the last tower right here, which is not even the tower that that I beat the last time, or that I didn't, like, clear as the last one. God, what am I trying to say here? This is the tower that I went to after beating the yellow tower on my other save. But like I said, you can kind of just beat these towers in order. It doesn't force you to go to any specific colored tower during this level of the game. So just beat it in any order you want, basically. So we're gonna go through here, we're gonna switch to gravity a little bit, we're gonna hit that switch, then we're gonna go through this door, flip the gravity again, hit that switch, go through this door, and then we are going to complete some more gravity puzzles. So this puzzle right here got a red cube and a yellow cube. Once again, you have to use this cube as a sort of stepping stone. But how exactly did I do this before? Okay, that's way too far up. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. That's not right. That's not correct in the slightest. I think halfway might cut it, though. Perhaps? Let's just see here. Yeah, see, because there's only like a certain height that you can reach as well when you're holding things. That might be okay. Then we can probably go over here. Can I still reach it? Okay, yeah, I can. I can still pick it up, and I can still place it right here. So then we go through this door with the sideways steps. Oh god, okay, wow, I'm getting really confused. Let's hit this switch right here. Okay, so then there's this puzzle, and I am ashamed to say that I spent like a half hour just completely stuck on this particular puzzle right here. So the idea is that you have 3 different blue cubes that you can choose from right here, and I think I'm just gonna, like, pluck all of them off. Just so that, yeah, just arrange them right over here, just so that I at least have them. Just so that I, at the very least, have them with me. Wait, I'm gonna have to go up these steps in order to get the other one. This one right here. There we go. I landed on it. There we go. Just pick it off. Pick it off like it's an apple. Gotta use the cubical fruit to our advantage here. Gotta use them as platforms. And then what we want to do is that we want to switch to gravity again to pick up this red cube, and there's only one of these red cubes right here, so... The idea is to try and once again use the blue cubes as a stepping stone for the red cube, because you'll notice that if we switch to gravity again, like if we go back up here, yeah, you'll notice that the red switch is upside down near the ceiling. Now, this is one of the things I didn't realize, and I think this was also why I got stuck on this for like a half hour. You can also switch to gravity so that you're now walking along this plane right here. You can very easily get to the red switch like that. So, the idea here is to take these blue cubes and just use them as a stepping stone. Now, I don't fully remember how I went about this before though, because I don't recall if it was something along the lines of this. Actually, no, because I think I'm going to have to put them near... The top right over there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put them near the top, otherwise that's not gonna raise them up enough in order to get over there. So I think what I did previously... Oh god, wait a second. I'm getting confused here. I need to look at this for a minute. I need to just look at this just to give myself a visual. Okay, no. So I'm pretty sure I want to place the blue cubes right here, so then I can just reach up and place the red cube on top of them, and then I can switch gravities to go onto the same plane as the switch, so then I can just pick up the red cube and then place it down on the switch. I think that's what I want to do. So let's see if I remember how to do this. So I think I had the right idea. I want to go all the way up here and place... Yeah, I think I want to just, like, place you on the edge. I think I want to do this for all 3 of these cubes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm very certain that is what I want to do. And I might not even need all 3 of them, but this is one of the ideas I had initially for trying to beat this level. And I don't remember if this is even what I did. Oh god, I'm getting so confused. Okay, yeah, something along the lines of this. You see right here? We can place it to the top of that second cube right there. But then what we can do is that we can change the gravity again. We go around this side. There we go. And now we're standing on top of the ceiling, basically. Yeah, and then we can just grab the cube and place it down on the switch. I'm not kidding when I said that took me like a half hour to figure out, because I didn't realize that you could still switch gravities on the even the tiniest of walls here. So that was my bad. I am a dumb. I am a serious dumb. But anyway, we're gonna just move on from that now. So, now we go down this way, and then we have another switch that we gotta hit, this green one right over here. And then we fall into the green tree. This one looks like an actual tree this time, because of the fact that it is green. We place this cube right in here, and then we pick off the other one, so that we can go activate this green tower. Right over here. There we go. So that's gonna light up now. And we have all 3 of them enabled, so we should be able to... Oh god, okay, I forgot it does that effect when you do that. Yep, that effect means that we've unlocked that inverted cube now. So, you'll notice that there's some sort of weird time-space anomaly that's going on with this, this central tower over here. So we have to venture all the way back to there, and now we need to try and figure out what exactly to do with that particular cube. Get these clouds out of the way here. Oh god, wait a second. There we go. Switch to gravity again. Yeah. So this cube is available to us now. Now this kind of has a very neat effect when you pick it up. Yeah, so as you can see, it suddenly starts raining in the game world. So now you're probably wondering, okay, well, what exactly am I supposed to do with this cube? Well, it's kind of telling you what you are supposed to do with it. You see that other cube that's appearing in the sky over there? Well, it's showing you the location that you're supposed to bring this cube to. So I think what we want to do is that we want to fall off, and we want to go right into, yeah, right into this, like, gigantic corrupted tree right here. Yeah, there's also lightning too and thunder. Really nice touch. Basically a gigantic thunderstorm that's raging right now. Yeah, so there's this little area you can fall to that has this gigantic blue corrupted tree right here. And that other flashing cube over there is where you need to bring this inverted cube towards. Also, one thing that I do want to show off here is that when you drop the cube, as you can see, the screen is going to start getting whiter and whiter, it's going to start getting brighter and brighter. So basically what that means is that you need to constantly hold on to the cube, otherwise it's going to reset to its previous position. So try to hang on to it for as long as you can, basically. So we are just going to place the cube right over here, and it's going to have a very dramatic effect on the game world, because everything's closing in on us now. Oh good lord, yeah, it basically crushes us to death. But what we've just done right there is that we've actually completed the blue dimension. So we've restored it to its natural order, basically. Also, this is really cool right here. Yeah, it kind of like destroys your GPU, but that's a really neat freaking effect. Cell shading in this game is absolutely incredible. So what we have to do now in order to go on to the next level in the game is that we just have to hold the E key for a few seconds, and then we can move on with our lives. So yeah, that's the blue dimension completed. Well, not quite actually, because now we have this other cube that we need to tend to. So actually, just hold that thought. We're not fully done just yet. Now we have birds flying around. Just ignore them. They're not, harmful or anything. Yeah, but now that we have this distorted cube, we do need to take it to, someplace special right here. We need to take it to another switch, basically. God, man, this cube also has some really bizarre effects on it. Like, look at that chromatic aberration. Goodness, man. Yeah, so we created like a rainbow cube here, basically, or some sort of dimensional cube. So we have to take it across this bridge right here, and we have to place it inside this switch, and it turns it into rainbow colors. And then what this is going to do is that it's going to generate a nice, beautiful blue tree. It's also going to generate some terrain that we can actually walk across. Very nice. Look at this. Look at these neat effects here. It's so neat because it just like builds the level in front of you. And look at that, you even have waterfalls down over here. And yes, these waterfalls do flow infinitely, except these ones appear to be flowing directly into the walls, so I don't understand how that works. But you'll see in later levels that they definitely flow infinitely. So now that we've restored everything to its rightful order, at least in the blue dimension, we can now move on to the next level of the game, which is the red dimension. Got this spiral staircase right here, but we can just drop down it by switching the gravity. There we go. Because it's a lot quicker than to just run down the stairs. So we don't want to waste time here. We could have just done it the fast way, but because there's no fall damage, we can just fall all the way to the bottom. So that's very good indeed. So then we come across this gigantic room right here. We have another yellow color tree. So then we can just reverse the gravity so that we can stand on top of the walls and we can just run across it. Oh god, okay, and then we fall. Actually, wait, where did that take me? I'm not even sure. Okay, no. What we gotta do is that we have to go up this way. And then I wanna there we go. We wanna switch to gravity as soon as we start falling. So, there's more of these. Actually, no, that's an orange tree. Yeah, these are orange cubes, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I'm assuming they're orange. Okay, please. So, we have to go around the room right here. Yeah, there isn't some sort of, like, complicated solution to this particular puzzle. You just need to go, yeah, around the sides in order to place these cubes into these switches. Okay, well, they might be yellow, but they look orange normally when they're not lit up. I don't know about that. I would say... Actually, no. Because the reticle is definitely yellow. Well, why'd they look orange then? Maybe it's just a different shade of yellow that I've never seen before. I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna take this cube over to the other side right here. I almost missed it. You'll also notice that colored shadow just below the cube as well. That'll show you where it lands if you decide to drop it. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, though. Right, so now that we got all that activated, we can then go into this door over here that just opened up to us. Just walk up another flight of stairs. Then we just enable this switch. And now we're inside whatever the hell this is. Indeed, this is more infinite terrain right here. Yeah, infinite terrain, and it has a ceiling, so we're like inside a giant infinite room here. If you look over this way, you'll notice that the room we were just in, yeah, it's looping infinitely on us. So what exactly do we have to do here? Well, again, just switch the gravities around. So there is a specific way you need to do this. I think you need to switch it on its side like this, and then switch it towards the stairs, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, and then I think what you have to do after that is that you actually have to fall to the other side, because you'll notice that there is a door on the other side, and you need to try and get to that door. There's also something with a switch right over here, but yeah, as you can see, just falling indefinitely. You have to try and stop right about here, I would say. There we go. Look at the fact that all the switches are looping indefinitely as well. I don't know if pressing one switch right here causes all the switches over there to get activated simultaneously as well, but I would imagine. since it is looping on itself, that's probably the effect that it causes. So we have this giant wall of goop right here. We can disable that by just picking up this purple cube right here. We can pass through it. So there is this giant purple tree right here with another cube growing on top of it, but we already have this cube, so doesn't matter. We can just activate this and then activate this. Oh god, I just missed it completely. Great. So then we are inside this gigantic room with 2 blue trees. So something that we gotta do here is that I believe we have to try and activate this little bridge first. Yeah, try to bring the goop back, because then we can stand on it. But then I think what we're supposed to do after that is, because that door over there is not going to open unless we activate another blue switch. So, you notice right here that there is actually another switch right below this goop that we can't get to at the moment. But it will show you the shadow, so I'm just going to align this right here. Line this up very good, or line this up the correct way, and then I can just disable that, and it should cause the cube to drop. Yes, it does activate the door, and then we can reactivate the bridge right here in order to get across it. That's not going to affect the blue switch underneath it, so that's all fine and dandy. So then, we come across another massive room. But this room is important for something, because you're actually going to be coming back to this room at another point in the game. Like, after we beat the red dimension, we'll actually be seeing this room again. I think this room is meant to act as kind of like a central hub area for the game, if I'm not mistaken, because one thing I noticed about this area is that it does allow you to revisit certain rooms that you've already cleared. So I think this is effectively meant to be some sort of hub area, if I had to guess. I don't know for sure. As you can see, there are some doors that we cannot open right now. There's 2 blue switches up there that will activate that bridge, which leads to that room over there. Got some nice gears down over there in that room. But I think we have to try and get to the room with that blue switch over there. Like, right over this way. Indeed. Also, the funny thing about these doors is that you'll notice that the doors don't actually seem to lead to anywhere, because they terminate on the other side right here. But then, when you open the door, all of a sudden, you have a massive room, despite the fact that there's nothing over on this side right here. You go inside it, yeah, and suddenly you're inside like a different dimension. Freaking crazy, man. There's a bunch of other levels later on where you also get to see these sorts of like crazy dimension-breaking effects. But for now, we have this puzzle that we need to solve. So this tree right here is a little bit interesting. So it's actually multiple colors. It appears to be both purple and orange. If we switch to gravities further and we go up to this side, you'll notice that, yeah, we now have cubes that are 2 different colors. We have half orange, half purple cubes now. So what this effectively means is that these cubes will be affected by multiple gravity fields. In this case, they're going to be affected by 2 of them. So what we would like to do is that we would like to bring one of these cubes down over this way to land on this switch, but it's not going to be as simple as just putting the cube on this switch right here, because, well, you'll see in just a little bit, okay? You'll see in just a minute, actually. So this other cube right here, you'll notice that there's an orange switch all the way up on the ceiling. So we're going to need to reverse the gravity so that this cube falls all the way to the ceiling and hits that orange switch on top. Now, in order to prevent this cube from falling along with it, because that is what's going to happen when we reverse the gravity, so we can try and make this cube hit that switch over there, this is what the red cubes are useful for. We have to try and block this guy off with the red cubes. We need to use 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that way he won't fall and he'll just stay there. At least that's the idea. I don't know if I actually did this correctly, but we're gonna try. So we're gonna switch to gravity, and there we go, falls right on top of the switch. Okay, yeah, and it does keep it activated, actually, so it's not gonna fall. Good. But now we ourselves have to try and find a way to get inside this, this door over here. Yeah, and as you can see, it's gonna deactivate once we get in it, but I think we should be able to do this, if I'm not mistaken, and then I think we can just get in from the side. Yeah, there we go. So it opens up. I think we should just be able to fall in before it closes again. There we go. Indeed, got more infinite geometry, but now we need to walk across these pillars right here. Need to switch to gravity again, and we need to try and get to that green switch over there. We're just gonna fall again to just try and make it loop around. There we go. So activate this, And now we have a very bizarre room right here. So you got structures on the ceiling and on the floor. Everything's looping on itself in the distance. So we have to go down these steps, even though we're more like falling down the steps. And most of this level involves you just trying to make it to the bottom floor of this room right here. This physics-defying room. So there is another tree all the way down this way, and it is important for something, because there's actually another cube that we're gonna have to bring across to another part of the world over there. As a matter of fact, you see that one structure over there that my reticle is pointing at, or that I have my reticle hovering over. Yeah, we're gonna need a yellow cube that we have to bring over to that building over there. But it's upside down on the ceiling, so how exactly are we gonna get there? Well, you'll see soon enough. You shall see soon enough. So we're gonna activate this door first, but now we have to try and get to this tree. So I think I'm gonna go up this way. I'm trying to remember how exactly I did this, because yes, we do need to alter the gravity a bit, like this, and then like this. So we have to go and grab this yellow cube, and then we need to take it to the top with us. So I think we can accomplish this pretty easily by just walking up these stairs and then just going along these little beams right here, the side. And since this door is already open, I think it's safe to just drop the cube out of the door. I think it will land somewhere safe though. I'm pretty sure. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but the cube actually landed on the ceiling of the other structure all the way up on the ceiling. That's what that little blemish is. But now, we need to try and get over there. So we can accomplish this pretty easily by just simply not doing that. Wait, game please. We can accomplish it by doing this, if I'm not mistaken. Indeed. And then we can just, yeah, this entire building right here is just upside down now. But we have to land on the ceiling, or I guess like the underside of this building. As you can see, the cube is fine. The cube survived. So then we just fall through here. There we go. So now we're here on top of this structure. Yes, there we go. It's kind of confusing because we are technically on the ceiling, but it just looks like the floor now. My god, man, this game is so freaking neat. But anyway, put this right here. And then we can march on through to the other side. So then after that, we are going to get introduced to another puzzle mechanic right here, which are ball puzzles. Yeah, this is one of the things that really reminds me of Cube right here, because even Cube had these like ball rolling puzzles that you needed to solve. So hit this blue switch right here, which will spawn the ball in. So then we have to switch gravity in order to make the ball navigate, or navigate the ball to that other switch over there to open up that door. So I would like to try and follow the cube if I possibly can, or follow the ball, I should say. So I think we can very easily accomplish this by just going around the sides and then just, yeah, with proper timing, just switching the gravity around. Because I'm kind of just like going around the sides right over here and just, yeah, just dropping it down. Actually, hang on a minute. I don't think I did that correctly. I think I accidentally pushed it back up. Oh god. I mean, I don't need to stay on top of the cube anyway to make this happen. Because I could also do this. Yeah, then I think I can just, yeah, switch this again and it should fall onto the switch. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. Yeah, you don't need to stay on top of the giant tube that the ball is falling through. No, that's not required. I just usually like to do that myself because it just makes it a lot easier for me, but it does kind of require proper timing because it does require you to fall off the edge of the tube at certain points. So then we just have, you know, a sideways staircase. Nothing out of the ordinary here. I think that's going to be important for something later on, though. Yeah, so this cube right here, we have to just remove this, because that will open up this passageway over here that we otherwise wouldn't have been able to get through. And you'll notice over there that there is another one of these weird inverted cubes. In fact, I'll just go and show you guys it again. Indeed, we have another inverted cube right over here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is actually the last puzzle that we need to solve before we finally complete the red dimension. So we can place this cube right in here in order to open up this staircase, and I think we need to keep this staircase open. So now we're inside this giant corridor right over here that we unfortunately do need to run around in order to get to the other side. which can be a little time-consuming, not gonna lie. But we're just kind of running around the sides right here. Yeah, there's not really any way for us to escape either, like out the other sides, I mean. But if we run all the way over here, we will come across the corrupted red tree that we have to bring that inverted cube towards. Or we have to bring it right over here. And yeah, we have to place it like right there so that we can basically destroy the red dimension or restore it to its natural order, as I stated before, I think. So remember that for later. This is where we have to bring this inverted cube to, and then the whole dimension is gonna collapse after that. In the meantime, though, we're gonna go back out. There is another colored tree that we can find an additional red cube. I'm gonna see if I can try and find it. Oh, no, that's the yellow one, actually. That's the yellow one. Here we go. Now that we're on top of the ceiling, yes, we can go and collect this other red cube over here. Oh, wait, actually, there's only one that we can use. Okay, wait a second. I mean, that's probably the one that I need anyway, right? Just to keep that open. I mean, there is definitely a yellow cube that we're going to need to use, because there's a little switch over there, if you see it all the way in the distance over there. Yeah, we need to activate that switch with a yellow cube. And we need to activate that, otherwise we're not going to be able to complete the ball puzzle in this gigantic space. So, I think what I would like to do is... I don't even know what that was. I think I kind of just, like, bugged out a little bit. Yeah, we need to try and get over to that place over there. Oh my god. Okay, whoa. Yeah, we're on the side here. Wait, can I stand on the sides of this staircase? Oh my god, I can. I actually can. Okay, well, I think I need to keep that there, if I'm not mistaken. What is that? That's just a deactivated red door, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we already got to the other side. Okay, yeah, here we are. Here we are. We gotta go over this way. We gotta take this orange one with us, or this yellow one. I can't even tell anymore at this point. So I think... we can actually just fall over here and then just land on this plane. Yeah, that works. That actually does work. Here we go. Just fall a little bit. Thank God for the fact that this doesn't have fall damage. Yeah, a little passageway we need to open up for the ball to fall through. Also, if we just want to stop and look at the scenery for a little bit longer here. So you'll also notice that we have these little cages right here that the birds are trapped inside of, and they're also frozen in time, as you can see. Indeed, we want to try and free these little guys, though. Want to try and make them fly free. They almost look like they're made out of paper. At least I assume these are what the birds are. Yeah, they're very angular birds. I don't know, kind of looks like the kind of birds you would see in a PlayStation 1 game almost. But I think that's exactly what William Chair might have been going for. I like it either way. My god, man, this game is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, can we just take a moment right here to appreciate this landscape right here? Look at this, man. This is freaking gorgeous. One thing you'll also notice is that the ball puzzle is also infinite. Yeah, it loops infinitely on itself, but it does have a definitive solution, though. My goodness, man, this is one of those games that I feel would benefit greatly from having, like, some sort of photo mode implemented. As a matter of fact, there is a PlayStation 4 version of Manifold Garden that is currently in development. It doesn't have an official release date yet, but I think the PS4 version of this game is supposed to include a photo mode when it does finally come out. Because when I looked at the page for the PS4 version of this game, it boasted about having a photo mode in it, so... or it mentioned at one point that you can take photos in the PS4 version with a special photo mode, so... I don't know if that's already in the PC version or not, but... well, actually, hang on a second. Let me look at the settings for just a minute, because I'm kind of curious about this. Okay, yeah, just move forward, back, left, right, look, run, change gravity, interact, rotate on them clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay. Well, it did say that the PS4 version is going to get a photo mode of some sort. That's what it said. But the PS4 version's not out now, and it doesn't have an official release date yet, so... I don't know. Not entirely sure what's going to happen in that regard yet. I guess since we're talking about ports, this game is also available on Apple Arcade. So if you have an Apple Arcade subscription, this game is basically free. But again, you need to be subscribed to Apple Arcade though, and that's like a $5 a month subscription. I'm trying to remember what exactly I should be doing here. There is a way that I need to activate this ball. Okay, yeah, that green switch over there, actually. I noticed the green switch. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so we need to go down this way. Need to just switch this around, activate this. Yeah, this is gonna spawn the ball in. So, now we just have to try... yeah, and just try and make it fall. Try and make it fall. Oh, God. I was trying to do a thing there where I was gonna, like, make it fall off the edge here. Oh, God. Okay, wait. I need to go towards the ball because I'm just gonna get confused if I don't. Okay. Here's the proper timing. Damn it, I think I went too far. Well, you can kind of still time it even when you're, like, falling down like this. Like, oh god. It's a frame perfect input. It's a frame perfect input. Oh, damn it. Ooh, okay, there we go. We got it. We got it, actually. Okay, yeah, so I just don't want to get, like, so confused that I just completely forget what it is I'm doing. So let's try this. Okay. Where did that fall down towards? I don't know where you went. Oh god. Actually, wait a second. I think I just made it fall back to where it spawned. Okay, no. Hang on a second. This is not what I meant to do. I don't think this is what I meant to do. I'm pretty sure that's where the ball spawned in, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. I think, perhaps, this looks right. I mean, I'm trying to get it down over there, so this looks like it could be correct. Okay, yeah, it's moving towards there. Okay, good. Okay, I think I'm doing something correct here. Oh, no, that's not the right way. Around the side. Drop it. Okay, yeah, it's going towards that entrance that I opened up, okay. Or that gateway, whatever. Fall down again, okay, nice. I'm actually timing it correctly. Okay, here we go. It's gonna fall through there. Very good indeed. Oh my god, yeah, it just falls like all the way down. Okay, I'm still gonna try and follow along with it, because now it's looping. It has indeed entered the infinite loop here, but we're gonna try and make it to the end. Gonna try and have the ball make it to the end. Just gotta try and drop down a little bit more. Okay, I can't believe I'm actually, like, timing all of this correctly. Yeah, and then it's gonna, like, fall all the way down over there, which I think we're supposed to make it do anyway. There we go. Let's follow along with it. I think I'm doing this correctly. I don't remember if this is the solution or not. Yeah, because what we want to do is that we want to bring it to that red tower in order to activate it, and then I think we're going to be able to grab the inverted cube and take it to the corrupted tree. I'm not sure if that's what, like, any of the objects in this game are actually called. That's just what... I'm assigning personal names to them, because that's what they remind me of. Tree's clearly corrupted, frozen in time, or something. I don't fully know what's going on in this universe. All I know is that we're trying to, like, grow some sort of garden. We're some sort of, like botanist in this universe. I do not freaking know, man. Here we go. Yeah, this ball rolling puzzle is definitely kind of long, but we're getting to the end of it, though. We're getting to the end. We just need to make a few more gravity switches right here, and then we'll be home free. We'll be home free after that. In fact, I think this is the last one right about here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there we go. The tower is getting activated, so now we should be able to bring that cube with us. There we go. Yep, has that effect. Nice. Okay, here we go then. Yeah, then you just notice all the other towers that are getting activated simultaneously. So, I would like to, I think, drop down here. Yeah, there we go, just to get to it a lot quicker. So, again, it is telling me where exactly I'm supposed to take it, but I know exactly what I'm doing. This is why I put that other cube over here to activate this staircase. At least I think that's what I was supposed to do. Yeah, here we go. So we can just go inside here, and then we just have to run around the place a little bit, and then just go back and find that tree. This is probably one of my favorite levels in the game, though, just because of all this gorgeous scenery that you can witness. Like, it gives you a much better idea as to how Manifold Garden works here, or like how all of the structures loop infinitely on themselves. You can get a better look at them because the structures are a lot tinier, and also that falling ball puzzle that seemingly loops infinitely, but it does have a definitive ending. So cool, man. Freaking amazing. Oh god. Yep, here we go. Let's just put this right in here. Plop it right in place, and we are going to restore the red dimension now. There we go. Everything's caving in on itself. Oh god. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's happening to the game? Game? Okay. Oh my god, whoa. That looks freaking beautiful. That could probably hypnotize me if I stare at it for way too long. Good lord, man. This one doesn't put as much strain on my GPU as the other one did, though. Holy crap, yeah, that's freaking glorious. Absolutely glorious. So anyway, we're getting to the point now, on my other save, or where I've managed to get to so far on my save. Good lord. I'm sorry, I can't speak correctly right now, guys. I'm so mesmerized by everything that's happening right now. There we go. The portal has been opened up and all the birds are set free. For some reason, the birds can fly through the windows. I don't really understand that. But then again, these are otherworldly beings, okay? They don't follow the same set of rules and physics or laws of physics that Isaac Newton put in place, like centuries ago. Because this is not our world, okay? This is a different dimension. where the rules are different, and you have to learn all the ins and outs of these new rules, otherwise you will perish. Let's bring this back to life here. Bring this red tree back to life. God, man, I love this sequence. Like, just watching the tree grow and then watching all the structures get rebuilt. God, I love this to death, man. Look at this. There we go. Reconstruct the pillars. Then there's gonna be red waterfalls. Yeah. Okay, the red waterfalls I'm not so sure about. These ones also just loop into the wall, don't they? Yeah, they do. But we are coming up to an area where it can actually show the waterfalls truly looping infinitely. We're gonna get to that in just a minute. But for now, we are gonna just continue onwards. The red dimension no longer needs us. We've restored it back to what it previously was. This nice structure right here, which is also looping horizontally and vertically infinitely. Gotta open up this door now. Now we're inside a giant glass room with this door that we could open back up, which I think we are going to do. And I am going to, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna just take this cube off the switch. But you'll notice that we're actually back in that hub area that I was talking about earlier. We're in a different location of it now. But now we were able to deactivate that door, so we can go back in there at any time. I want to bring this blue cube somewhere, though. And actually, I might as well also demonstrate this, just to show you that you can actually go back to levels that you've already completed. You can see that this door is still open. We can actually go back to that area where we had the double-colored cubes in. So we can revisit these places at any time we want. They're not necessarily blocked off to us permanently. But what we gotta do now is that we have to place that switch in there, or place that cube in there. We open up another area right here. We have to go down this way to activate this blue switch and open up this door. Yeah, you gotta open up a lot of doors in this game in order to progress onwards. But now we find ourselves in the green dimension. So I think I'm actually just gonna fall all the way down over here. Indeed. So this is where I got to previously, and what I want to do is that I want to go and grab this. I want to just place it down on this switch right here. That's going to open up this door. But opening that door also causes something weird to happen, because you'll notice that, yeah, there's a little waterfall that is suddenly flowing out of the door. There's actually a fountain over there, and somehow the water is just flowing off the edge. Yeah, there we go. Now you can see that the waterfall is flowing infinitely. We can pass through it if we want. Indeed, this waterfall never ends, so it just loops on itself as well. Also, you can see that we already have that inverted cube for the green dimension over there, actually. Yeah, but for whatever reason, this causes this, like, ghostly block over here to spawn. But again, you can't interact with it, and you can actually, you can just pass through it. Not quite sure what the point of it is, but if we go in here, you'll notice that there is a fountain. Yeah, and somehow the water's just flowing out of the fountain and just flowing off the side of the tower here and just looping on itself indefinitely. However, if you switch to gravity in this room, then there's also this weird effect you'll notice where the water actually stops flowing, because as you can see, it's frozen in time. So it almost seems like switching the gravity in Manifold Garden also seems to affect the flow of time for certain objects. So freaking bizarre, man. This game is absolutely bonkers. I mean, we can go over here just to see what we can find, because I haven't noticed this part of the world before. Seems like there's some sort of switch that we can activate. Yeah, but there doesn't appear to be any normal switch that we can just press down. Yeah, there's nothing around the side. What if we fall down further? Just to see maybe we can get to that other inverted cube. Yeah, I think right over here, actually. Is this it? This looks it. Here we go. It's green now. Yeah, there is another inverted cube over here. Yeah, and I also see the tree where we're supposed to bring that inverted cube towards. And also I see some puzzles concerning green blocks and a green waterfall, apparently. What in the world? You mean to tell me that there's colored water in this game as well? Yeah, this is something I'm definitely gonna have to go and investigate off-screen in my own time, but I think for now, guys, you get the gist of the whole game. I don't really have any more time to record this game anyway, so I think I'm gonna leave things there for now. Also, just because I like to try and get some sort of thumbnail going here, I think I will just disable the reticle for now. I could have also disabled it during the video, but I just wanted to show you guys, like, the reticle changing color, just showing you that you can manipulate gravity, or you can switch gravity by looking at a surface. So the reticle is still useful, just to give you that indication that you can switch gravity at any time, but basically you can switch gravity at any time if you're just, like, standing near a wall. Yeah, as you can see, it still works. Press the spacebar, of course. That's the key you need to press in order to actually do that. Anyway, guys, I do believe that is where I am going to end the video for now. So that is Manifold Garden. A gorgeous, mind-bending, Escher-esque puzzle game that I had been anticipating for quite some time now. I don't actually remember when I came across this game, for the record, but it was a pretty long time ago. Finally got released after 7 long years in development, and so far it hasn't disappointed me. I'm very hesitant to say that this is one of my favorite puzzle games of 2019, because I haven't completed it yet, but it is very quickly shaping up to be one of my most favorite puzzle games of 2019, and I think just one of my most favorite indie games of 2019. Everything from the beautiful cel-shaded visuals to the puzzles that require you to think outside the box, at least most of the time. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of switch pressing, but that's mostly just for opening doors so you can visit different areas in order to solve more puzzles. And also, the fact that every single level seems to loop on itself infinitely, which really makes me wonder, how exactly did William Chair pull that off? Like, I'd be very interested in seeing an in-depth breakdown of how exactly the game generates all this stuff. Like, how does it handle infinite copies of what is effectively the same level, and how it manages to have the level loop on itself, and even how it generates copies of the same level in the background, as you can see. So I really hope someone on YouTube does like an in-depth analysis of how exactly this stuff works. I mean, William Chair himself might have already done that himself, actually, because he does have a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna maybe go and check out his YouTube channel later on, just to see if maybe he's explained how exactly all this stuff works, because holy crap, man. I have never seen anything like this in a game before. Even if this doesn't wind up being one of the best puzzle games I've played in 2019, it's definitely one of the most fascinating. Like, I'm intrigued just by this game's overall premise. And so far, I am liking what I'm seeing, and the gameplay does hold up, I would say. But again, I haven't even gotten halfway through the game yet, so I need to try and discover the other dimensions and see what they hold in store for me. And I think only then will I be able to say with confidence that this was one of my most favorite games of 2019. But it's very quickly shaping up to be exactly that, so I don't really have much else to say other than that, guys. I can't really comment on the characters or the story, because this game basically has no story and it doesn't have characters. But I do have to say, this is definitely one of the more unique experiments in puzzle game design that I've seen so far. This is fantastic, man. I love it. So, if you want to experience this mind-melting love letter to MC Escher for yourself, the link is in the description. Again, this game is not available on Steam yet. It is coming to Steam eventually, but at the moment, you can only purchase the PC version on the Epic Games Store. So, instead of Steam, I am going to be providing you guys to a link to the game's Epic Store page instead. Well, I'm also going to be providing you to the Steam page as well, but just keep in mind that you can't buy the game off of Steam right now. I'm still going to add it in the description anyway, because it is currently live. I'm also going to link you guys to the game's Apple Arcade page, because this game is also available on Apple Arcade. I'm not going to provide a link to the PS4 version right now, because the PS4 port is not available yet, but when it does finally become available, I will update the description of this video with the link to the PlayStation 4 version. There's no release date for that version of the game yet. I'll let you guys know if anything changes in that regard. So, for now, thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next video I make. Later.